Yeah. What's up, man? What's up?
Okay. Thanks
What's
for
down? What's down?
finally. Thanks for finally, making it here.
Gracing us with your loyal presence.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just move in. The topics for today. Number one, we are going to talk about commercial success of female artists in Nigeria through the lens of Madam
You are
Tiwa Savage.
Savage.
Yeah, we're going to talk about like, is it a good reason to dump your girlfriend or boyfriend because they have a propensity to give bribes? That's one. And then the last one is, if you are on a date and and the person taking you out orders water, should you follow follow suit, or should you stay? So let's start from the beginning. Madam Tiwa Savs. So the story goes as thus. Um, so Tiwa released an album. I think Celia is the name of her album.
Yep.
And I think this is under her new management, so she's no longer under Maven. And I want to say
yeah,
she released this maybe like late summer,
yeah.
August-ish time frame. I may be wrong. And I would say in my own, to be honest, because I typically listen to my own music off like the top 100 on
Mm,
iTunes, and then if I see something top 100 for Nigeria in
yeah.
iTunes, and then if I hear that music's in the socials, I can
Yeah.
go there. But and I really didn't see a lot of house. Maybe one or two made that list
Yeah.
and may have even fallen off now. When you compare that to some of her other counterparts who released albums this year, so the Burners, Davido, even Omale, for example, Fireboy, they seem to enjoy, because I was gonna say first, Burna, Davido, and Wizkid, but then maybe you can say, those are
Yeah.
superstars. But then if you look at like Fireboy,
Mm,
even Dekunle Gold for a little bit, Omale as well, even Amali Gongon, like they seem to have more sustained
and that other
airplay.
guy, the one that sang "Jealous," I mean, I think he brought one new
That's
song out.
Fireboy now. That's
Okay.
Fireboy. What's your problem,
Wow.
girl?
Or
Anyway,
even Dume Big Guy self.
thank
What's
you,
his
Yeah.
name? And Joe
Rema.
Boy
Yeah,
self.
Joe Boy on the beats.
All our baby
Oh,
boys.
Joey. Anyway, so it seems like even Basketball has gone. This is High Life
And
album. It seems to be getting more. I mean, and this is no diss to Tiwa, but I think that all of the people that we have mentioned are men, and they seem
Mm.
whether and I don't think
but
it's a
did
talent
Yemi
issue.
Alade in the top? Like, was she in the
Did she
like
release an
mega?
album this
I don't
year?
think she released an
She
album,
didn't
but
release.
she
Okay.
released some
Some,
music that I don't
Some
yeah.
think
just,
again didn't
yeah.
reach. Even Niniola, I think on Niniola
Yeah.
released something
Okay.
that,
Yeah.
but
I think,
yeah, but
mm,
but it didn't really pop.
Pop.
I feel like I even find
mm,
out recently that what's this girl's name? Maumi actually released something maybe in the last month or so, and I'm sure
okay.
you guys didn't even hear about it. So
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, and the reason why I knew, because I was looking for one of her old songs. So
Mm,
I think that now see me, I think had a good
That's what I wanted to say.
enjoyed some airplay, but again not as long lasting as some of these other
mm,
um
That's what I wanted to say. I'll
guys.
say the female artist that probably was the most and well listened to this year out of all of them,
mm,
funny enough, was Simi.
I would say Simi, yeah.
Mm,
But again, even as that, if you compare what and again, the metric being that how long were you, commercially, how much airplay did you get?
mm,
If that makes sense, I don't know that she is as competitive as some of these other people that I've mentioned that are not even in the Davido Whiskey
category.
Bona category.
Yeah.
So
mm,
that's kind of the basis of the conversation. Now, I think I've been hearing, small in the socials, her album getting flack for not, popping or whatever, right?
mm,
But and then I think some Pulse interviewer came to our house to
yeah.
do an interview on the album,
Now one
and
for the social.
apparently when he was in her house, he was being very, respectful,
Nice.
like a fan, doing eye service. And then when the article came out, it was basically like, what trash the Tiwa release kind of a thing. And so she took it to her social media to blast the guy, saying that you were in my house, acting like a fan, and then you have the guts to do an article that basically rubbishes my work, which I get her point in the sense that, like, if you were going to write that kind of article, you didn't need to talk to me personally.
Come to me.
Yeah, don't go there.
You could have just, written it based off of listening to the album and comparing to other people. You didn't
And
have to
giving your
come to my
opinion.
house, right?
But
That-
did
that- that-
anybody read the article? Like, did he insult her? Or was he just giving like a review? Because I mean, some people can't. If it was constructive criticism, then I don't think she should have. I don't know. I didn't read it too.
I
I
didn't
don't know
read
if anyone here.
That's a fair point. I didn't read the article, but I think the part that she cited was more. There were some.
You came to my house, or what?
No. I think he may have said something like Nigerian, like I forget the exact phrase. Maybe I'll try and find it, but it basically was something that it was beyond just constructive criticism. Like, okay, maybe you could have, because for me, what is constructive is maybe, oh, you need more Afro beats, or you need to focus on. Cause I think even if you had the feedback in that, you need to focus on the African market, right? That is constructive feedback. But what she cited from the article, and I'll try and find it, was something more like, what kind of rubbish did she think that she was singing? That kind of a tone. So for me, that was beyond constructive criticism, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But where I want to go is less on the post-interview guy and more on Tiwa herself, or female artists, in general. It's not because they are not talented. So what's the issue? Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a talent issue. So what's holding them back? What's the problem?
Do you know what? To be a female artist anywhere in the world, anywhere is already like you need to do double, triple, and still a lot of credit is not given. That's what I feel. And then I feel specifically for Tiwa. Tiwa is an artist that a lot of people just love to hate for no reason. That's what I have seen. That's what I've seen over the years. I think she has that thing of, it's not as if maybe she hasn't sang one song that these people that don't like her like, or something. But I think a lot of people actually just love to hate Tiwa to that extent of, I don't know what comparison to give. You know how some people just love to hate maybe Davido because they believe because he's rich. So fair. So I think Tiwa has that complex, not because she's even rich, but then I don't know what it is. It's like she does something and it's never enough for a set of people. One time it will be that she didn't marry. She will marry, they say she couldn't keep the man. She will now give birth. They'll say she's getting old though. She won't give birth. She has given birth. They'll say she's showing her. But do you understand? So there's a lot of I believe there's just a lot of love, even more than maybe people would hate Yemi Alade. You understand? So I
would agree with that she gets a bit more hate
backlash
for whatever
no
reason.
Very sure, because Yemi is probably one of, like, people hate Yemi more than Tiwa. Like,
really?
and Yemi,
Do you think?
yes,
I
there
think
was a time they were putting Tiwa versus Yemi, and if you see the insults, like literally everybody was just picking Tiwa. I think Tiwa is more loved. I think so, compared to, like, I think she's the man. I think that's why she went far, because she's more loved than any other. The other time, Waje was even talking about this now, that, she's quitting. I don't know, I think it was a publicity stunt too, but I feel like deep inside, I feel like Waje has been, Waje's journey itself is sad, because she was the background singer for P Square at the time. They couldn't even sign, you guys, like, you couldn't even sign a female to your label. Then, okay, Waje is now doing okay. Then she's like, I'm frustrated. So I think Tiwa has, for someone who's, I have to say, even though I'm not in that industry, I'm inspired by Tiwa's journey, because it's like she's almost 40. You guys, and she said late. Like most people would be quitting at 28, I'd be 30, and she started then. And it's just this album, like I even said it a while back, I was like, I don't know if I'm really feeling the whole album. She can do better. So I think again, that's why I was saying her ex-husband, because I know someone who has been in that industry. It is difficult, and there's so many fake rubbish that happens. So you need to know who is on your side, and you need to know how that person can help you. because it's also a lot of money that goes into it. Most people that even fund musicians are apparently Yahoo boys or whatever. So I think like her ex-husband, at the point, I said it before, I think he kind of played a part in how she grew, because he kind of knew the industry.
Can I interject here? Do you know, can I interject here, right? I give credit to her ex-husband for helping her out in the beginning. But then, do you know what I would say? Tiwa's growth, I would give it more to Don Jazzy than T-Bills. Why I say that is because before Don Jazzy, somebody in Ajegule, a guy was, most guys were not listening to Tiwa's Love Me, Love Me, Love Me. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was mostly people in Lekki. But then when Tiwa, I think she has even said it before, Don Jazzy brought out that commercial, like, let everybody like you. He came, and then that's when I started hearing Tiwa speak broken English, sing in Yoruba, and then it entered that kind of, okay, we're busting to Tiwa's groove in the club. But before then, it was all this, all this, oh, I just got back, people will be singing it as well. You know, that kind of thing of, oh my God, Tiwa. But then it doesn't work for the masses. But then Don Jazzy brought her out of a shell. So me personally, I don't think her album was that bad. But I think the issue with Tiwa, and I think a lot of artists struggle with this, is there are two sides to Tiwa. There is the side where Don Jazzy brought out. There's the original Tiwa, which sounds more R&B, almost American. So sometimes, even in this new album, you see some songs. Me personally, I liked the songs that were the newer Tiwa of For the Streets than all those pretty little nice things. That's why I don't feel the album was that bad, Sha. But then, as you said, she can do better. But is it easy to be doing better every time?
That's the
it's
thing.
Not easy to be bringing.
I just feel my own thing goes back to picking, where is your money? Where are you making your money? Like Yemi, people always insult her. Yemi singing back, whatever. But Yemi's money is not, like, she doesn't even care about
Yemi is making African.
Exactly. So her music. So Tiwa, I think people need to also, like, I know you want to open up to new markets, but still don't lose the essential people that are actually, you know, if it's Afrobeat or whatever, then just stick to that, your Afrobeat, to an extent, and maybe find a better way. Because I feel like I liked Koroba from Tiwa's album, and then there was one, the name of that one. But it's like,
and I like the one with Davido as well, because I think both of them sounded very nice. Those two. Yeah, or something. I like those two, but then there's another one, Dangerous Love or something. But apart from that, the rest are just
because I mean it's hard for a female, but then I feel like, I don't know, Tiwa's, you know, when you change management, sometimes it can be good, it can be bad, but that's the thing.
I think kind of to go on the data point though, right? I think because I'm seeing you know how end of the year they do like most streamed albums or most whatever albums, and Tiwa is actually maybe in top 5. Actually, so all the people that of course that seem to enjoy more success than her, maybe in the Nigerian top 100, in the grand scheme, like when the data has come in, right? They didn't do better than she did, and maybe because she got, because that place that I listen to music is I think it's like alternative Africa music, and I think maybe in other countries she was actually topping their
trending,
their chart. So maybe that's part of, maybe in Nigeria we didn't see her pop, but like across Africa her album did pretty well. So from a data standpoint, that album did not flop. It's basically what I'm trying to say. But for some reason, I think that, to your point, Eka, people don't like her for some reason. I think I've also heard that, like, in a feminist Twitter, for example, why they don't like her there is because I think that they feel like maybe she has not been as vocal as maybe they want her to be, or some of these feminist or rape issues, which I think may be a bit unfair. If someone doesn't believe the story, should they come out and just, you know, say that they believe just for the PR? And then secondly, I think that they feel like that I've heard, or what I've heard is that she was known to, like, when like basically if she wants to be the only female artist on a show. Do you get what I'm saying? So if she gets there and find out that you know somebody else is performing, she will say that she's not performing, and being that she's the bigger artist, they will tell that person to please go home. Right? So I think because of that, I think feminist Twitter feel like she's not really pro-women, and then whenever she has a fight in social media, she wants women to defend you know,
and there might be some truth to that, sure. I mean, we don't know, but there might be some truth.
But if that is true, then what's her point? Because you don't see what do you call his name? You don't see a guy calling, he say, is Whiskey performing, then I'm not coming. Come on.
But the thing is that I don't think that doesn't not happen though. Like, I think we've had things where, like, for example, maybe like I really don't want to call him because I don't even know if it's a real gist, but maybe like some the name that comes to mind is Ice Prince, but I don't know that it, again, I don't know if it's a true story. But I think there are things where like maybe Ice Prince was popping before, right? He's not as hot anymore. Now, how you line up an artist for a show is really in order of relevance or in order of popping. So sometimes maybe like someone that maybe has that popped before may feel insulted that they are opening for maybe a Mayoku that you know is a small boy. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like those things still happen in the male side, but for some reason we don't blow it out of proportion like we do for the female. Like any female beef is a big.
Then I think. Okay, but I think why they don't is because for women struggle more than men. So it's like nobody, you know, the guys, you guys take care of yourself. But it's like, why would a female musician not want to collabo or, you know, support a male Kenny? I don't know.
And another thing is that there are not that many female self in the industry. So just help yourselves, knowing fully well what you're going through.
More, you know, Because I think how many females has Tiwa collaborated with? I think only Waje, I think. I don't know if she has done anything with
Waje.
Yeah, she did one with Waje one time, like a while back. And I think that was even after that whole she doesn't support women came in, because it wasn't, you know. So, you know, I mean,
but when she collab with as in to me, I feel like she's getting a bit of like they're just hits. I mean, some of this may be true, but I think it's also just like like people just don't like
hate for no reason.
Yeah, people don't like.
Okay, but the hate is it from fans? Is it from fans or industry people? Because I feel like Tiwa is loved though. In Nigeria.
I think maybe a mix because
I know more people that don't like Tiwa.
That blasted her saying that she was the one that was blocking her success.
Yes, I remember that.
So I feel like it's a mix of both. But I think that I also said that one of the reasons why
people blasted. But people didn't stand with. She was Victoria and Shay now that were doing this thing. That
I even forgot that
Shay
is also there. Like for me, I think okay, maybe Tiwa has some faults. Maybe you know there's some hits there, but I think that maybe you know female artists maybe have a tendency to stick to their to what they want. Like I feel like male, like someone like Naira Marley now, for example. I think he releases as in what is hot, what is trending, I'm releasing. I think female artists maybe want to do, because I think I was listening to Omaomi's interview with Chudi like this week, and she was like, when she started out, you release an album every couple of years. Now you can release album twice in a year, as in because I think like even Omale is on his second album this same year.
Fireboy last year, this year, like
this year,
space span of time just dropped.
But now, boy, same thing. So so she's like things are moving faster now. So I feel like maybe female artists trying to do like maybe the more traditional, take your time, craft the music, craft the arts. And male artists are like, what is hot, what is commercial? Let me get it.
And how many albums has Tiwa actually released? So like in total, I think it's just 3.
Yeah, I think she maybe has her third one. Maybe like Naira. Maybe on album number 5.
You get and Naira has come. Naira was not popping before Tiwa. So I think another reason why the criticism, to be fair to the fans or whoever is criticizing, is that you have made us wait this long, and is this what you now brought? You know, the pressure is higher if you're now bringing it every 3 or 4 years and is not popping.
Yeah, and it's not and again, and the reason why I feel like it's because it's music, right? Music is now democratized, right? So if the audience doesn't want it, they don't want it. That as in, it's not a talent issue. They aren't just feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you also, either align to what the audience
is trending,
or you stay in your niche. Like what I think what her name Simi is doing is like, this is my niche. Right,
and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, even Dekule too. Like, I'm not looking for Davido fame.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This is my niche. I'm going to stay true to who I am, and whatever comes out of it comes out of it. Do you get what I'm saying? Sorry, if you're going to add something
No,
to
I wanted
that.
to say, has Tiwa ever had like a headline concert in Lagos?
I think
I don't.
Has she
I'm
had a
not.
concert in Lagos? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
like she's the main person.
I think she has, though.
I think I remember one either last year or the year before.
Because that's something we don't see females, like, I mean, it's
But
always
that's
the
a
guy.
fair point. It's either she didn't have, 'cause I'm thinking of two things. Either she had one, or how was this one big entertainment brand was doing like a multi-day concert where there was
with different people.
one headliner. I think she was headlining one of the days.
Yeah.
But maybe that's different from your own standalone concert.
concert.
Yeah. So that may be a fair
I think
point.
it's just hard for females
It's hard,
all
though.
over. It's hard because I know recently, even in the abroad, Meg Thee Stallion's album just came out, and the feedback I was hearing was it wasn't so popping. But then that one you can say it's a bit different. It's rap. Most times they will say rap is like for guys or whatever, as bad as it may sound. And then most of the people who listen to rap are men, and they might not be able to vibe up of Meg's talking about male parts because do you get what I'm saying? So that might be another thing. That might be another thing actually. But
Also,
then when it comes to music, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I also feel like in Nigeria, I can't talk about other African countries because like people like Beyonce, J-Lo, all of them, most of their male fans are either the ones that really like them, like have crushes, or like gay people. And we don't even have like a gay king. Like Tiwa would have blown if we had gay people in Nigeria that
were open with their gay.
We have just not open.
We have that were open.
Yeah.
That's true actually, because if you think about it, will a guy
like
go?
You see boys, as in. So it's like,
and women don't like supporting themselves. Let's just be honest. A lot of females will find fault with Tiwa, even fans. Why?
And maybe that's the truth, because I feel like when I see Davido and Wizkid, it's typically Davido FC versus Wizkid FC. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's hardly ever I don't like something in your personality. Like there's something wrong with you personally. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like Tiwa gets that flag for only God knows what the reason is. But anyway, I can't find that pulse guy. If I do find it, I'll probably bring it back.
I'm just so proud of her that she has lasted this long. True. How many female artists have lasted this long?
True.
Especially, she has tried.
Anyway, let's move on to the next gist. So this is a relationship topic. So the backstory is, and this came from, let me cite the page. Came from Babajide Edges One. I think he's a relationship coach on Instagram. And so this story goes as thus. This lady, hits up her boyfriend saying, "Oh, do you remember what we discussed, last night?" And he's like, "Oh, what is that?" And she's like, "Oh, the money to sort the lecturer, right?" And he's like, "I think we need to break up because the person that I'm dealing with cannot be so brazen to want to bribe a lecturer to give her better grades, basically, and that he ignored her the day before, thinking that maybe it was just a one-off thing, but then come to find out this seems to be what she really wants to do, right? So that's basically why he's not saying that he can't be with someone that yeah. So what do you guys think? Is that a good enough reason? Or
sorry, can I just ask a question? Because when I read it, I saw he said this is like this has been the second year running or something like that. So it's like they've done it before 2 years. Yeah. They've done it for 2 years or something. This sorting of lecturers. Is that what he meant?
No, I think it's that she brought up the gist again. Oh, no. You're right. He said that I've done this for 2 years now.
So it's not the first time they have bribed lecturer.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I just wanted to clarify because I was actually my own thing is I want to note the few times before or first and second time, whatever time, how did he tell her that he wasn't happy with what they were doing? Do you understand? Because you is one thing to just break up with somebody and say, but it's another thing if it had been consistently has been saying, see, okay, we'll do this thing, but this is the last time, because maybe the way she presented the case, it was like, life or death, or there's nothing she can do. We understand. He gave her the money, or she did it and she told him whether she didn't collect the money from him. But then maybe that now has built, and he told her he didn't like it, and then now he has had enough, and he said, maybe last time she said that was the last time, and it wasn't the last time. Now she's asking as if they did not have the conversation. But if he hasn't registered that he's not happy with this behavior, then to just wake up one day and just say, I don't like this, is a bit unfair. That's what I think. So
see,
I want to
okay.
understand if it is something where he has been telling her that he doesn't like it. For example, if I am dating somebody that smokes and I don't like it, I can't be holding my nose. I have to tell the person, see, I don't like this thing you're doing. So that if at one point I now say I'm breaking up with you because I can't take your smoking habit, it affects me, blah, 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 he will know that it's coming from somewhere. It didn't just occur. But if you've been giving the money and helping and you did not complain, then for you to come now and just, I'm not excusing what she's doing. No, what she's doing is bad. And he has a point, because if she can do this one now, we don't know what else she can do. But then if you were partially okay with it before and you didn't register your displeasure, you can't just up and just...
But also, let me ask a question. This bribing, like, is he also doing it for himself, or is it just his girlfriend?
So he said that. So and I went back to reread the story. So basically, he's saying that I finished 3 years ago, and you don't. And in my time, I did not sort anybody. Now he's also saying that since you've known me, I've also not sorted. So I think these are last 2 years events, right? She may have brought it up, but he did not give money for the sorting. Or maybe she had other options to get the money. But then now for some reason, maybe those other areas are tight. So so this is the only option she has on the table.
I mean, I can understand how that would be a turn off. Maybe, I mean, some people just want to deal with, I mean, it's a kind of, I guess he's probably thinking of her character now. So maybe he was attracted to the fine girl. Then he notices, this girl is not someone who, so I think it makes sense if you want to dump, because it's like, that this person is lazy. They don't want to work for what they should have. They just want to pay off someone. So moving forward,
and he's on the verge of going to meet her parents as well. So
exactly. So I think it's a valid reason, Sha, for me.
I was going to agree with the guy, but until and maybe I will talk about that first. But then Eka made a very good point that made me rethink some things. So I was going to say that I think that this is a very valid reason. I think that because we're in Nigeria, many people like these kind of things are seen as normal. Everybody does it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I understand how people are desensitized to it, but I think that this is where compatibility comes into play, right? I know that I have what do you call it? I have stepped back from somebody because they did something that was like, how I put it, a
bit off.
Yeah, like high levelly, what they did was that we were traveling together, and we couldn't understand how to use the transit system, like how to pay for the train somewhere, right? Because we didn't speak the language of the country. So this person literally jumped over the because no one was looking, right? And the person now jumped over the thing, right? And I was like, I'm not really gonna do that. So and for me, and this was like one of several incidences that I had seen where, and it wasn't a money issue. Like he had money. We our issue that day wasn't money. It was just that we couldn't figure out, and there was nobody like in sight to help us figure out what was going on. And so I had seen several instances where, like, even when there was money, right, he seemed to want to take the shots caught.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, so if you now don't have money, what's going to
What's going to happen?
So I stepped back because of
Yeah.
something. So to me, I definitely get this guy where he's coming from. He's saying that or even the whole idea of like Yahoo boys or whatever in Nigeria,
Exactly.
that's like maybe not a big deal anymore.
It's
because
normal.
but I would dump you for being a Yahoo boy. Like, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
So I just
you
feel
said you will fall in love with a Yahoo boy.
like FA,
Hey,
I
did
come
you hear
against
that sentence?
I come against
There you
you
go.
and your bad wishes for me. I said I will dump a Yahoo boy. Like, if I meet you and I don't know what you're doing,
You
And
do
by
exactly.
mistake, by adventure, you fall
or
in
even
love.
if I feel like your income isn't matching, what it seems like you're doing, I'm gonna pull
Exactly.
out.
You ask
You get what I'm
questions.
saying?
Exactly.
So for me, I feel like I get this guy's point. Like, like this
Mhm.
is not the girl for you. Now, sis, this is 3 years in a row. If she had said that, okay, they are stopping you for sex,
Exactly.
I
I
can
will
understand
understand
that.
that
But it
one.
just seems like your brain is not really for
It's
school.
not
He has a
working.
And
poor
I'm like,
character.
yeah, that's a poor character. Like, are you not putting
Yeah.
your like, are you like, what are you doing to improve your ability to assimilate? As you dig what I'm
Exactly.
saying, or is school
Yeah.
not just for you? Like, what really is the issue? You just seem to want to just sort and move forward, right?
And
So
I get what he's saying because the way she even says it is so casual. It's
yeah,
like,
like,
Yeah.
it's not a big
Normal.
deal.
Yeah.
Right. Like, even if I want to do
it's
something
scary.
bad, like, I'm doing it with all sense of humility, or like, knowing that I'm
Yeah.
doing something that's bad. Not like, we can just sort it now. What's the big deal? Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, I'm different with this guy. This is a character. Like, I don't like people like my if you're in my friend circle, you can't be like that. Like, I just
Exactly. You have to
I'm not
work
like,
hard and put in the efforts
yeah,
and stuff.
exactly. Like, I'm not saying that because, again, if you're in Nigeria, like, the Nigerian factor would have put you in places where you have to do things that are not aligned to your moral. I mean, that's just the
Yeah.
Nigerian
Yeah,
factor. But
that's
again,
true.
whether you're doing it as my hands are tied, or like,
Mm.
anyhow, we shall, sort it. These are two
Mm.
different, responses. Do you get what I'm saying?
So the question is now, imagine when they get married now, her child is not reading.
Yeah.
Not that she will now start paying the teachers in the secondary school to be
Exactly.
passing.
To pass the
The man will not like
the
that
like,
because
how long will you carry the child
the
for?
child.
Do you get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So it's a character.
You're even going for herself. Like, even her as a person now, it just shows like she has no moral compass. Tomorrow, if she finds a richer guy, she'll be
That's
like, this one is
it.
his ideal lifestyle. Like, let me dump
Quickly.
this guy. So it's like, me, I'm dumping you.
Yeah.
Just go.
And but then Eka made a good point in the sense that if this is a big deal for me, I should not be hearing about it
More
Again
than
and
me.
like,
again.
2 or 3 months to when you're going to go and see my parents. That sounds
Maybe
like
he
it's
gave her
like
a
a
chance.
setup.
Or maybe he
I
was
think,
giving her chances.
yeah, that's what I wanted to say too. What
Yeah,
you
maybe
said,
he's giving
Efe.
her
Maybe he was
chances.
giving her chances, and that
Yeah,
first time, how you're in a relationship, new relationship, you're blinded by. Now
exactly.
you're getting closer to the altar. You're like,
Mhm.
this girl, I hope she won't do this thing again. And then she breaks your heart and she does this.
Exactly.
You're like, okay, this is the
Because people
last
always
stretch.
think they can change people, but it's like at the end of
Yeah,
the
because
day, you know.
and he mentioned it. He said, haven't you learned, like, look at what I have been, because he is
Yeah,
thinking that maybe his character has rubbed off. He doesn't
off
know
on
that
her.
she doesn't have time to read. She's too busy on the social media.
But as I said, 3 months. Like, again, no time is too late to break up.
Yeah.
A relationship. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
That at least before the actual marriage, or before going to go and see the parents, right?
Yes, if you're
But
not
I feel like
okay with it.
for this to be the final straw, I feel like you've been already marinating on stuff before, and this. I mean,
Definitely.
he teaches her to handle her in a nice way. That, let's talk about it. That he even prayed the night before so that she won't bring it up again. But I feel like you were already concerned about her character already.
Yes.
And
Yes.
maybe
Yes,
the mature thing would have
yes.
been to bring it up, as in not using this angle as a
Because the girl
as
is just in
a
shock.
yeah. 'Cause I think I was watching one series on Netflix. I think it's Before 30, and so this guy was like a perfect guy, and the reason why he was dumping Beverly Naya in the series was because she had a one-night
That's
stand with his cousin, way back when, and he didn't want to
and
tell
he didn't
her.
tell her anything, no.
And for me, I feel like that's nonsense. I would rather know that this is the reason why than for you to just like up and leave or give a flimsy. Because I'm not.
No, men do that thing.
This looks like a flimsy. Yeah, so go on.
No, I said men do that stuff a lot. They won't tell you. They'll just kind of, you
send
not
a
be
text
asking
message.
yourself, what did I do?
Because the girl was running mad. What did I do? Everything was right. We're coming back. All of a sudden, I'm seeing text is over. It's bad now. Honestly,
so
at least this guy explained.
No, he explained, but he's hinting it on this. Like to me, I'm like, if you really have issues on this girl's character, like give her the full.
Give her the full.
Maybe I lent you 10K until today. That 10K has gone into voicemail, or give her the full. Because to me, this is a character issue, not just this one time sorting issue. And then to your point, Eka, if I started the first year and you let it slide, why not on year 3 of sorting? Why didn't you put flaws in year 2 of the bribe?
You should have complained, nagged her, so that she will know that you don't like it at all. That is the only thing I'll give the girl. That it came.
Okay, but who sent in this story? Is it the girl?
No, I think it's the
yes, it's the girl that I think is the girl that
and she won't tell us the whole thing now. Do we know how many?
No. It was a Twitter thing that the Babajide guy just cropped and said that it is a good excuse or not. It is a good reason or it is looking for a way out. But I think this is a very valid.
It's valid though, because they will have problems in future when maybe she will say, "Can you give me money? Let me just sort this guy out."
Or even at work, maybe like you get like a like someone keeps money in your care, and she's like, can't we just take some
small?
So I feel like it was a good call to pull out.
Just end it now. Before problem.
Anyway, we're almost at time, so I'll do this one very, very quickly. Just a very quick one because we're already at time. You go on a date with somebody, they order water. Do you order water as well, or do you feel free according to what you think that is reasonable for this date? What say you?
In a case of water, is it a lunch date? Hello, if you invited me for lunch, I have to eat. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Look at that guy. In fact, we're at time. If not, I have so much to say.
My own, I'll order what I want to eat, as long as I know I can pay, because anything can happen. So whether it's water or food or 10,000 naira food, if I can pay for it, it's no hala. But I would prefer it. Because you brought me outside, Sha, so
I think that's the thing. I feel like maybe it's awkward to tell a girl that I only have 5K, but maybe take her to like chicken, because Chicken Republic
exactly cheaper place.
Do 850 fuel mark. I mean, what they call their meals. So like no matter how bad this goes, you get what I'm saying?
You can
Republic, you can't spend 5K. As in you get what I'm saying? So I feel like maybe just as a guy, pick the location.
What did the girl order? The girl just ordered chicken, rice, and salad. It's not as if she ordered plenty things.
That sounds like Chicken Republic to me. So I said, I just feel like, again, as a guy, if money is really of the essence,
don't look for her. Leave her in her house.
Pick a location where you know that anything that happens there, you are still good to go.
Also, men should remember it's like shoe gets size. Like, don't be looking for upper. If you can't afford it, please look for simple, people that are on your class, on your level. Stop looking for big girls. It's expensive.
See, I don't even think this girl is big. It is the choice of restaurant.
Yeah.
She could have easily bought suya and gone to her house. That would have been okay.
Does the girl even know that you're as a sign that's not a good move? Go to house, not a good move.
Okay, at least go to suya joint together.
Maybe pack. Thank you.
Thank you. Shawarma.
Thank you. Shawarma joints.
Does she know you're earning 20K? Did you tell her? Does she know if you got money from somewhere else? You just in fact, that man is just mad. He just wants
He's not serious.
Guys have very
Bottle of
fragile edges
water.
when it comes to money. Very fragile
Don't
edges
mind
when it comes
them.
to money.
I
Say what
would
you
even
can
be
do.
worried. I'll be feeling embarrassed for the restaurant. We came to eat, then we are buying water. Let me help you and buy food.
Okay, ladies. Well, we're at time, so see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.